A broken yellow line in the center of the road separates traffic that is going in both directions. You may cross over it to pass another vehicle when it is safe, or to turn left into a road or driveway. A solid line next to a broken line allows drivers on the broken line side of the road to pass, and prohibits those on the solid line side from passing. On the same principle, two solid lines on a two-lane roadway means no one may overtake. Drivers may cross the lines only to turn into a road or driveway when it is safe to do so. When two sets of double solid lines are spaced 2 or more feet apart on a 4-lane roadway, they represent a solid wall. You may neither turn across them nor overtake over them. White lines separate lanes going in the same direction. Broken white lines separate traffic lanes moving in the same direction. There is no restriction on passing, turning, or changing lanes. Solid white lines prohibit passing another vehicle moving in the same direction and indicate an area requiring caution. When approaching or passing over white lines with arrows, you must travel in the direction indicated by the arrow. Words are often written on the pavement in white to warn drivers of approaching hazards, such as school crossing ahead. Curb markings indicate that special rules apply to parking or stopping at that location. These markings are made on the curb itself, 10 feet from the corner of any intersection. The markings have different colors. White paint allows you to pick up and drop off passengers and mail. Green paint permits parking for the limited time indicated on a nearby sign or on the curb itself. Yellow paint allows you to stop long enough to load and unload people or objects. Drivers of non-commercial vehicles must stay with them. Red paint means no stopping, standing, parking, loading, or unloading. The one exception is that a bus may stop at a red zone marked for buses. Blue paint identifies curbside parking areas only for vehicles displaying signs for the disabled. There are pavement markings that you should know about. A solid white line delineates the edge of a paved surface. Moving beyond the line can result in a loss of control, becoming stuck in mud, sand, or dirt, or colliding with vegetation. Fixed obstructions such as lane barriers and traffic islands are often marked with diagonal lines. Thick, solid white stop lines mark the point you should not cross until you have come to a complete halt in front of intersections and railroad crossings. Wait until the cross traffic, pedestrians, or train have passed by before proceeding. These lines at crosswalks delineate a safe zone for pedestrians to cross the road in an extension of the sidewalk across the road. Together with a solid white RXR, these lines indicate a railroad crossing. They warn drivers to stop, if necessary, before they reach the white line. A solid white line on the pavement with school crossing warns drivers to slow down and prepare to stop when children need to cross. The answer to validation question number 48 is A. 3 different types of controls alert drivers, bicyclists, and pedestrians to the presence or absence of a train in the vicinity: gates, lights, and signs. Both crossing gates and flashing lights are located at crossings with heavy train traffic. When a train is approaching, the red lights will flash, and as the train approaches even closer, the gates will be lowered across the roadway and prevent traffic from entering the track area. When the view down the tracks is obstructed in both directions, stop signs are posted. Any driver approaching a stop sign at an intersection or railroad crossing must stop at the limit line, and if no limit line is marked, before entering the crosswalk on the near side of the triangle. Follow the directions of these controls. Never drive around a closed railroad gate. Generally, when approaching a railroad crossing, all buses with passengers, all school buses, any truck transporting employees, any vehicle carrying flammable liquids or explosives must stop and only move forward when it is clear that no trains are coming. Do not stop on a railroad crossing to make sure there is enough room for you to move off the crossing at the other side before crossing the tracks. Be alert for certain vehicles, such as trucks with hazardous loads and buses that have to stop at all railroad crossings. And don't cross a railroad line after the train has passed until you have ascertained that no train is also barreling down the tracks from the other direction. When you encounter a school bus that is stopped to load or unload students, do not pass it. You may hit a child running around the front of the bus to cross the road. Wait until the bus moves on before proceeding. This procedure is especially true when the school bus lights are flashing and red stop arms are raised. Stop before reaching the bus and only proceed when the red lights quit flashing.